Hello. So I was being asked by this collective's angels and guides and higher power, higher selves to really inquire within and feel into your internal atmosphere around how you're feeling right now about yourself. Because the message that was coming in was around however you're feeling about yourself right now, that's actually going to be very reflective of what you are creating for yourself. And, I don't really subscribe to law of attraction stuff. This is more of like a vibrational thing. I mean, I guess in essence, it is law of attraction, but there's many layers of law of attraction that I feel like aren't taught. And, yeah, there's something around like this, this, this nudge that I felt like I needed to get on to ask you to inquire within, like do a self check-in, like how are you feeling right now? Because if you think about the past, if you think about situations that you were in where your vibration and how you felt about yourself emotionally, your internal emotional atmosphere, and the thoughts that you were having along with that, like maybe I don't fit in, or I'm so weird, no one really likes me, or I don't really fit in and I don't feel comfortable doing that. I'm so clumsy. Like, even just, you know, there's something about the power of your internal voice right now that is being magnified for me. And yeah, there's something about how it's creating at a more rapid rate than usual. So it's really important to use your word and the power of your word with pure intention and to check yourself. So checking where you're at with your thought processes and your internal emotional atmosphere. And this is kind of, I mean, what we do with somatic healing, right? We close our eyes. It's very simple. We close our eyes, we turn our gaze within, and we just do a simple scan. We can even just, instead of, if you don't know exactly how you feel right now, you can just focus on, do I have a rapid heart rate? Do I feel hot? Do I feel tingly or in pain somewhere? And then if you do feel a point of contraction, you can go to that place and say, I have some contraction around my shoulders at the base of my neck. I can even just ask that part of me, what is this part holding? What is the tension here? What is this energy that is here? And if I were to do that right now, I would just receive, I'm receiving the message that I needed to take a breath because I was contracting and it was showing up right here. I needed to, that part of me just wanted me to kind of like relax a little deeper, even just 1%. So I was being called to relax 1% more than I was when I was contracted like that. So then, yeah, you take the action in response to what you receive. And sometimes it's not as clear. The message might not be as clear, but if you keep practicing working with the parts of yourself that have something to say, and then you respond to them, it's like you're creating a relationship with yourself, you're giving yourself what you need, and you won't necessarily need others or expect others to give yourself what you need because you're really creating a trustworthy relationship with yourself. And because of that relationship, your internal voice actually becomes stronger. So you're listening to yourself, right? So if there is a need, you're responding to it and you're hearing it, you're being present with it, you're responding to it, you're taking an action maybe in response to that. And Yeah, that leads to alignment, that leads to emotional and energetic alignment inside. And then as you move forward, you are more conscious of what your internal dialogue is. You know, if I had just continued this whole like channeling and reading, and I don't even know if I'm going to do a reading because this might just be the message in that more contracted state, like leaning forward and not having taken that extra breath, it was almost like I wasn't trusting myself, right? It was like I wasn't trusting what was coming through, and so I couldn't relax into it. And now I can. So I'm just trusting myself more. That's developing trust in oneself. And the trust leads to aligned action and a vibration that attracts an environment that we actually desire versus we don't want. Because instead of moving forward in distrust in myself unconsciously, I am now moving forward in trust. Like I will post this this video even though it's not perfect and maybe some of you won't understand what I'm saying, but I trust that it will find the person who needs it. And that's how you move forward with a strong voice that is pure in intention. And you reinforce that inner dialogue, and it really creates momentum in your life that leads to very powerful results that you actually want. It's it's alchemizing your unconscious with your conscious mind, basically. And it all starts with doing this internal kind of gazing, even just taking a lantern, a metaphorical lantern or a torch to your internal world, your internal landscape, the forest or however you want to see it, and really exploring there. And that really leads to so much more confidence and trust in yourself, which ends up leading to situations, opportunities, experiences, environments, people that are aligned to what you truly desire. Yeah, I think I'm going to leave it there. I don't think we need the cards. I think that was just something that wanted to come through for someone. Maybe it's just one person out there that needed to hear this. So let me know if that's you. All right, bye.